call this meeting to order.
7 a.m. or 7:02. At 7:02 p.m.
At 7:02 p.m. You have to forgive me.
It's okay.
I'm learning as I speak. So here we go. We're calling the meeting to order at 7:03 p.m. on this day, February 21st, 7 p.m. And we're gonna stand and do the Pledge of Allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm going to request a roll call.
And did we want to do a moment of silence for Fred?
I'm sorry.
No. It's okay.
I did.
Okay.
I'd like to have a moment of silence for Fred Babel.
He was a past member of ours who passed away
Couple
shortly
of prayers
after.
and a little bit of love.
Yeah, shortly after our last meeting, and he was an amazing person, and we valued his feedback, and our thoughts and prayers are with his wife and his family.
Thanks, Fred. And I guess now I would like to suggest a roll call.
Did you want to start, or?
I think I should.
Okay.
Kids Ron Ali,
Present.
Abby Toast,
Here.
Ron Miller,
Here.
Sean.
John
Grabsky.
Grebsky. You're here.
Here.
Present. Okay.
So then approval of the agenda.
I would love to approve this agenda. I would love.
Do a motion.
Good.
Motion to approve the agenda.
I second.
Thank you.
And then our minutes, approval of the minutes.
Has everyone had a chance to look at them over?
I just need to.
Look at him before.
I did as well.
I looked at them before the last meeting, or before, and I didn't think there was anything.
As long as you're willing to approve, let's just.
Yeah, I
Good.
approve them. I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay. Should I second that?
You may.
Yes.
I will, and I do.
Okay, township report, please.
I didn't write anything up. I had something written up before the prior meeting and then I ended up, it got lost, so. But anyway, there's not really much going on. As you know, we approved the 5-year plan, so that's updated and so that we can get grants and stuff like that. But I wrote up a couple of things that I thought of that are going around the township. We're gonna be getting an electronic sign in front of the township hall here. Recreation events, that was something that got brought up. That was something I was gonna bring up at the last meeting, but we didn't have it, so. But there are some recreation events that are gonna be going on. I don't know any off the top of my head, but there are gonna be things going on around the township and stuff like that. And then 5-year plan approved, I already said that. Water and sewer lines are being updated. Still, that's an ongoing thing, so. But are there any questions or concerns or?
I have a question
Sure.
regarding the recreation department.
Yeah.
Do they just make up their own decisions, or do they go through us?
No, they make their own, they're their own separate
Their
board.
entity, but
Yep.
do we have any?
I mean, like when things are going on in the park and stuff like that, I think they'll coordinate. And then if you guys want me to let you know what's going on.
I'm certainly not trying to create more traffic.
No, I know.
What I'm asking is, is there a way that we can like, put it all together and all of us can be on the same page?
I don't know about it being all together, but I can let you know what's going on. Like, bless you. But anything that I hear about, I can let you know what's going on, if that's what you want. Just better communication is what you're saying, or?
That's what I'm asking for.
Okay.
Maybe we could have access to their minutes. Are they already uploaded online, or is it just parks that?
I don't believe so, but I do have a copy of, in our agenda packet, we had a thing where it showed the events that are going to be taking place. I can send that over to you guys if you want.
Getting back to what you just said, can we just get the minutes?
So maybe you could give a report at since you're on the committee, just a quick, here's what's going on.
Yeah, I shared this with Pam, so
Yeah, so, because you have a member on the rec advisory committee, so that person could give.
That was gonna be my next question. Yeah, to ask Mr. Miller.
So I've got a simple chart that I shared, but I didn't share it with everybody. I just shared it with Pam. But on February 10th, there was a cookie decorating event that was held here. It was no cost to the district, or to the township, excuse me. Next scheduled event is like an Earth Day park cleanup scheduled for the 27th. I think that you're going to make a request to have somebody's going to make a request to open the park earlier, I think, as to accommodate that.
I believe we're gonna both agree to that.
Okay. There's a tentative summer rec program, although the location of a facility to house it is somewhat in the mix, or it's undetermined at this particular point in time, but the hope was to have a 1 month long, 4-day-a-week summer rec program as had existed a few years prior to COVID, kind of to return to that. June 22nd, there's a tentative scheduling for an ATV parade to use the paved trails in the area. Motorized vehicles are not allowed to use those.
I was going to say.
Yeah,
So this
Yeah.
was kind of
we banned those.
it was suggested as kind of a novelty for a one-day thing to have kind of a rally in the park at the end as a way of drawing interest to the park. On the 14th, September 14th, that's the tentative date for the township picnic. On the 26th, kind of October, kind of in conjunction with Halloween, a dog and owner costume parade. And then on the 21st, kind of matching up with the winter solstice, another ATV parade, kind of like Christmas lights, Christmas themed, that kind of thing during the day. Once again, gathering at the park after they're on the trails. Those are the things that have been proposed and shared with the township board.
Thank you. I have 3 questions for you, if you don't mind. How was the cookie turnout? And did you, I'm
I was
just
involved in
curious.
another activity for the school district on that day, so I wasn't participating, but I believe that they had maybe like 20 participants.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was enough that in the feedback that I received that I think they're going to try to do others in the future, coordinated with Cookie Creations by Amanda is the person that's doing that. Kind of, she has her own network of people that are interested in attending. So it's kind of nice that we just
Ready-made.
it's kind of a
Yeah,
ready-made program,
yeah.
doesn't require a lot of overhead, doesn't incur costs. We just have to provide a location. And it seemed to be successful for the February 10th event.
That's awesome. My second question, is there anything in terms of an Easter egg hunt or anything planning on?
No, and I think that was done, or that was not offered because so many other organizations are doing those at the same time. It just kind of becomes redundant.
Okay. And then my last question was, I believe when we were, the recreation department was under us, weren't the kids, and maybe Deanna can be more, I believe the kids were outside, right? So I didn't think we had a facility per se. I know they use the pavilion, right? So is that not something that the committee is interested in? Or?
I think that you want to have the availability of a facility in the event that the weather's not good, so that you can still continue your programming for people to make schedules around. It's not like the park wouldn't be used. No, let me speak out of turn. 'Cause it's not like this thing's absolutely
The pavilions, okay.
road mapped out, but I mean, the park would be used. The park would be one of the locations that's used. But if Pine River Elementary, just because of its central location, were available, it's a nice facility. It's easy to get to for everybody. That just becomes a home base, and then the kids could either meet at different locations, different days of the week, or they could be transported to a different location.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
I've got nothing else for the township report unless anybody else does.
Thank you, Alan. Okay, so public comment then, please?
Yes, fine.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Lucas Cantrell. Some of you know me. Just want to touch on real quick, in case anybody doesn't know, the signs that we're talking about putting up, we are funding solely from money that we raised from our business, our league, our team. We're more than happy to do that. That being said, we did not choose to put any logo of any of our stuff on the sign. Just get that out of the way. We don't want to fight about it or battle. We want to work with you guys. The course needs a sign. We're happy to do whatever, as Deanna knows. She makes a suggestion. We do our best to try to fix it, and we've been doing this for a while now, dealing with this very nice company that's been putting up with us. Other than that, the main sign that you guys are going to talk about tonight, just to get it out of the way, we want to do individual signs at each T-pad or box, just like a golf sign, which would be simply the distance and a direction and the whole number. If that's something that has to be thought about or talked about, we can try to get through that as well so we can move forward. We have enough money to put all this stuff together, and we just want to just get it done, so it's something that we're not talking about or dealing with. We just move forward with all they have going on. But
Do you mind if I interject?
not at all.
Township wants, I'm gonna explain it to you as rash as I can, okay?
Yeah.
Township wants their logo, or at least the township's name, to be prominent on your sign.
I feel as if in the most recent mock-up shown to you guys, it was. If not, we can work on that.
They seem to want their logo on there. If you could
I
figure
thought
out
the
a way
logo
to
was
do
on there.
that.
The
we could
logo's on
approve
there.
it. We could approve it tonight.
The logo's on there. I can show you right now.
Show me the pictures.
Mr. Cantrell, I think I have it up on my screen here.
Yeah, I'm
Would
trying
you
to
come
pull
up here
those.
and just kind of careful of the cord? Is this the most recent?
I believe that you'd have to.
But it's not really showing the
So,
wording.
Careful.
This is
again.
what I'll tell you guys real quick with the logo, and Deanna knows.
Yeah,
The sign people are having problems with, what do they call it?
the font, the
It's
font.
not the font, it's
Yeah.
the clearness of it. So if we could get it in a different file.
Proofing,
Right,
okay.
if we had it in a different
It's the
file.
lettering around isn't big enough.
Is there
something,
just a
there was
way
some
that we
issue
can
with
figure
it.
this out and get this over
So
with?
the actual
we can
logo
get
would
this
have to be
signed?
changed.
We're not, like I
That's
said.
what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah, if we can get that in a different, is it a different file or what?
No,
What?
it's just the font.
Every,
Yeah.
Yeah. So when they
So
blow it
someone would
up,
have to make a completely new, well, they'd have to.
It's not the clarity of the image.
it is when
No.
it's blown up. I thought it was a clear image, is what they said.
It was, and
Or-
then we fixed that, and then it's
small and Mike's big.
the
Is
font.
that what the complaint is?
yes, that's the complaint.
Okay, I think I'll make it clearer for them then. The complaint is more that East China's this big and Mike Campbell's this big. And we understand that it's a memorial, but we always wanted to know that it's from East China Township. So can you enlarge the East China Township and make Mike's just, if you look at that, you just see Mike Campbell Memorial. You don't see East China.
We know it sounds trivial, but it seems
Well, it
important.
is, kind of, I mean.
That's what you need, that's what we need.
Are you on the what, internet right now?
I can't access the internet. My computer won't connect with it, so I downloaded images so that I had a file.
So you want the logo bigger, or do you want the East China Township, the words itself bigger?
Okay, so East China Township wants to be the same size as the memorial
Something that you want?
font.
If you're in the internet,
Okay,
you could cast.
that's all.
I
There's no
can't
big
do
deal.
that with
Or you
this.
could
This is,
flip that thing on there if you want. Do whatever you want, but
sorry.
make certain that we're
With a
you
crappy
know,
computer, it won't. It's got limited.
Okay.
we're part of.
I can't do anything about the logo. I'm not able to
Are you-
edit that.
So I have a suggestion. Maybe if not the logo, this looks great, and I know you guys have been working, tirelessly since the last few months, and you guys have been so patient with us. We really appreciate that. We've had
just put it on
some
here and
changes of
I'll
committee
broadcast it.
as well. If you recall, you had previously spoken with another chairperson, and we have a new chairperson, new committee. We're just trying to get our whole our things together, and changes within our committee with recreation board and everything. Just a little backstory, since I'm sure you're probably wondering, why is this taking so long? You guys, have brought this up since, I think, October, if I'm correct, right? So I apologize for it taking that long. However, this sign, logo cannot be changed, and the sign looks great and it looks phenomenal. I think it needs to be redone though, maybe the wordings. Maybe decrease the map area a little, but it's up to you guys. You are the ones funding it, so we would like to see different types of signs before we can actually finalize anything.
Well, the only thing with the map is that that's the main point of putting the sign in.
Yeah.
is
Agreed.
to make
It's a
it
map.
clear. So
I
to
agree.
minimize the size of the map would kind of.
Defeat
Defeat the purpose,
of the
I
sign.
agree.
And
However,
with us not making, and we're dealing with a sign company, so it's kind of hard for us to just tell them, send us 10 different mock-ups, and it's just,
Yeah.
we've
So
already
who
kind of been going
designed-
back and forth,
Right.
changing things.
who designed this originally? And did you guys send it to the design company, I'm assuming? Okay, so.
up your.
The design company doesn't need to necessarily make up mock-ups, as it could be just you guys just working, tweaking a little on your side.
Well, I can't tweak it once, they send me the mock-up, I can't edit it on my side.
Excuse me. I don't
And this
mean
is
to
only on, I'm
interject.
sorry. Don't,
I
I'm
just
sorry, I didn't mean
really-
to interrupt.
I need to interject right here.
Oh, okay.
Can you shrink the sign a little bit and put our name on there a little bigger?
Yeah, I can have them make the East China,
Can you show us a
Work
picture of that?
Because she can't.
No, because
I
it
can't,
would
no,
take time.
Because I would like to already get this already going.
I'm not able to edit it.
Can we
now.
show you a picture by tomorrow? Yes, but as of,
Can
we're
we
not
just-
ready.
Can we just move forward on the fact that they're going to do that?
I think, no, I don't agree with, I would like to see it before I can approve anything, before they send it out. Because money's being, they're fundraising this. It's going to be permanently in our parks. We cannot just approve something when we haven't seen what it's going to look like before the process is complete. So as you know, I would love to see different, or maybe like Don suggested. My other suggestion is this only going to be on one side or is it two-sided?
It's
Just
one
one.
side. We talked about doing other,
Because then if it's two-sided, then you guys can totally,
if
right?
it's
Like the map
two-sided,
can
the
take
price
over.
doubles, and
Okay,
once again, we are funding it.
okay.
Why don't you guys have it to where you guys have their contact info or something, and then they send it to Pam or Don, and then they can send it to the whole board, and then you guys can kind of have an idea of.
That's what we can approve, like, during the week if that's.
Well, I wouldn't do that, but I mean, at the next meeting, maybe,
Okay.
then have a vote, and then.
I will say this. If we rework the sign again and we come back here and it is not approved, we are no longer interested in doing anything here. And we already talked about it. We're gonna take the money that we've raised, we're gonna have a tournament, and we're just gonna give the money away. We can't, we have 3 kids at home. We have.
I'm sorry,
it's
I
too
have
much.
to interject one more time. I don't wanna let this go just that easy. I'm sorry. You're not really asking that much.
I'm not, no,
You
I'm
just
not.
want a
I
sign.
mean,
Yeah,
if we make.
that I'm
these-
paying for.
I just want East China to be,
Man, we're happy to do that, and we've
Then
been
let's-
pretty clear
can't we
about it
just
the whole
do
time.
that right
We
now?
want you guys to be happy.
can't we
and
just
it's
make
not-
everyone happy right now? Is there a way, Cindy?
Do you want it all to be the same color so it's a part of the same title? Is that,
Can I ask you guys, what do you think we get out of the sign?
Memorial for a friend,
It's for his family.
I would guess.
But
Something,
but that's-
some love. That's it.
yeah, we're not trying to get anything. We're just, the park needs a sign, man.
I don't think it's about that. I believe it was part of our, what is that? The word has just flown out of my mind, but, it's just that, you know, since it's public and it's part of the parks, that has to be, it should designate that it is East China Township Parks, part of that area, not like a private thing that they're entering or they have, you know, access blocked off or something like that. I believe, you know, so.
Right, I don't want to be a contrarian here, because again, I know the least of anybody on the board. The logo's down in the lower right
nice.
corner. I don't know whether or not a reconfiguration can make the logo 50% bigger. I just want to, I guess I want clarification. Is this not the logo that we're talking about?
That's the logo we're talking about.
Right, you want like twice as big? Is that what we're saying?
I think they want
it
the
just way it
words
is.
up top, Ron, they want those words bigger than the other words.
Just right here.
Yeah. They want that the same size, and then Mike Campbell II Memorial shrunk down to the size of the other one.
I don't even know, where's the location of this sign on this map? Where is it gonna be? And I'm sorry that I don't know that.
It would be, so this is
Right by hole number 1?
Yeah.
It'd be tucked in the corner, these are all trees, all right here, so you're only going to see this sign if you're in there playing disc golf. And we all know this is just a lot for a sign. But it'll be tucked, it'll be right here. These are all trees. Up to here, there's a little walkway off the parking lot, trash can and dumpster, more trees, all trees. The only people that'll ever see that sign are going to play disc golf.
So why wouldn't we think that this is an indicator that this is part of East China Township Parks, if that information's on the sign?
Actually, it was your suggestion that we put a bigger moniker on the sign, but honestly, I don't think it's
All my
necessary.
comments was to make sure that East China Township Park was on it. That was really the only.
And the
I think
QR
it's-
code will take you to the township's
This is right here.
website.
Right.
I believe the way it stands is perfect. And I would vote for it.
I need some,
So the subsequent signs for the respective holes, is this the pattern that they're going to follow? Like, is it gonna be just a single hole here, but still have East China's Mike Campbell II Memorial Disc Golf
Probably
Course?
wouldn't even do any of that, just hole one distance, and it would show essentially this right here. And then it'd have a distance on the side.
Yeah, it'd be like the same color theme, it would match that, just kind of like a more detailed,
Right, but it would basically just be the inside of this frame
Correct. No,
with the image of that particular hole and any other detail,
yeah.
like how many yards or whatever.
Like, yeah, and then if they'd have more details, if there's like trees in the middle or in the fairway, or like things like that.
Do you have dummy versions of that?
Yeah.
Prototypes of what like hole number 1 would look like, just
Yeah.
as a model?
Not of this park, but just of other courses that have them.
have you could golf?
No one would suggest I play golf if they want.
It's just a normal tee sign.
Yeah, okay, well,
They're only
You guys were kind of
Yeah.
straying from the agenda right now, so let's just get back to it.
yeah, I agree. That's, if you like it,
I like it.
I like it.
I want a motion to vote it in.
You're in public comment.
Yep, wait till you get to new business, but,
I
yeah,
think I've had about
that's,
3 minutes. Thank you.
Everyone has to tell me how to do this. I'm sorry.
I don't know, I kind of want. Okay, all right. So we're out of public comment. Is there anything else for public comment? Okay. Park managers report, please.
Have you all had a chance to review what was,
Mm-hmm.
I have.
is there any questions regarding?
Yes.
We're going to pull the request for, or approval for fire alarm carbon monoxide detector. Cindy's looking into that. Looking for approval to move forward with what we budgeted for the big bridge in the woods to have that power washed, stained, sealed. I gave everybody a quote back in September. And he bundled that with the other 3 bridges that are on the Bridge to Bay Trail that the township's budgeted for this year. So if we do all 4 bridges at the same time, the price is gonna be cheaper than the quote.
And the price is?
For our bridge,
No, for all of them.
oh, for all of them.
But how much cheaper?
$31.64.
And will the county accept any of that responsibility or no?
The county?
Yes. So are those all our bridges?
Yes,
Yes.
they're all 4 bridges in this park.
Okay, sorry.
We've rebuilt them, we've extended them. The bridge in the woods was new, you don't remember, in 17 or 18, we put that one in, but we need to get them sealed now before they start weathering.
Can we
60
ask, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Can we ask the board for funds?
We put this in the budget for this year.
Oh, we did? But for all 4 bridges though?
No, we're only
Exactly.
responsible for the Wood Bridge. Because
Right.
once we realized that the Bridge to Bay, the paved trail,
Mhm.
belonged to the township, technically those bridges also become the township's because
They're part of,
that trail system. So they'll do the 3 bridges, we'll just do the one in the woods.
Excuse me, now I'm confused. So the other 3 bridges are not our responsibility?
No.
Whose responsibility are they?
We've been maintaining them for many years and then we've realized that because they are part of the Bridge to Bay Trail,
So it's part of the bridge?
It's the
bridge
township.
bay.
that's the
Okay.
township. So that's why those bridges got extended. I made the request to extend them to make them ADA accessible when they got the grant to do resurfacing of that whole path.
Thank you.
so would that be something the township pays for?
yeah,
Alan?
we're paying for 3 of them, yes.
For
Yep.
free,
Yep.
yeah, that's
Okay.
what they
The
keep
bridge in
saying.
the woods is part
We
of
just
the
gotta pay
nature
for
trail
one.
system.
Yeah,
So then why, so then.
it's
what
gonna
was-
be, the quote that she gave is now gonna be less.
Okay,
So
okay.
that's a yes.
Then I make a motion for,
we don't have to make a motion yet. I think we're just still doing a park report.
oh, all right.
You have to excuse us all, we're new at this, so. We're doing our best. All right.
So then what else is in park manager report
Yes, let's move to that.
that she,
That's really all I'm requesting for approval, so that I can get on their schedule, so that he can schedule for to do all bridges at the same time. It's cheaper for him to do that because he orders all the products from Tennessee.
There's other things on the list, I guess.
Yeah, Deanna, you're gonna have to be a mic,
Could you please?
so.
Sorry.
Report time. go
Where
up
do you
to-
want?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
So we're gonna vote to approve, Kevin's lawn care, cause he's gonna extend his,
Contract. I believe you approved that
from the
in
last 4
October.
years, he's gonna
We
keep
did.
it.
We already did.
We did that in October.
yeah, we did that already. Yeah.
I was told to make this happen today, so. Excuse me.
I did send over the extension because I was the one
We're
signing.
waiting for a signed piece of paper.
Yes, Cindy's gonna be the responsible
will
party
go
to
to
sign
Cindy.
that now, yes.
Okay, good.
Okay. I think that's about it for the park manager's report. Anything else, Deanna?
No,
Okay.
So now you need a motion.
Do we need a motion to what?
So I
We
make a
need a
motion
motion
for
to-
the,
Approval.
Just a suggestion, add that as a business item.
new business?
For new business.
Okay. All right. Okay, so end of park manager's report. Thank you.
Sorry, I have so much.
It's okay.
Are we on to
New business.
new business? Discussion of attempt to purchase property by River Park. And I have been fiercely involved in most of that, so. If you guys have any questions, I can tell you what I've learned.
Yes, please.
Okay. So I met with Steve Felici from Steve Felici's Seawalls, the person who did the original
Facility.
Felici.
Facility, yep.
But anyways, thanks, Ron.
Nope, sorry.
You're gonna get it. Anyways, I met with him today, and he explained that it would be about $50,000 to shore up the seawall. He suggested against even considering taking those boat slips. They're not maintainable, and they're very high risk. People get hurt on them. The waves come in. So anyways, he talked me out of that. But the other property, he suggests that he could shore the seawall, put a, what's called a whale, break. So it's already installed in the river park, but it stops the water from being able to get up to over the seawall. He suggests he would put that in. He would put 20 extra anchors in while leaving the other anchors there, and draw it all in. And then he would re-weld a couple of things, re-patch feed things. And he would do all that for $50,000. And now all we need is the person who wants to offer us that property, which I thought he was gonna be here for this meeting, so I'm a little confused.
So was it sold?
It is sold
It
to
is
that
sold.
same person that came into it.
Joe Griefor, okay.
Yes. This gentleman.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
so
who it was.
anyways, I met today and I tried to figure out how much it would cost us to just retain just that one piece of property, the next spot over, and shore in all it's about $50K. And then from what I understand, we could probably bet on about $80,000 from the township to back us up, but I'm not sure that will all work out the way it all signs. It's just a great plan.
Where are you getting,
Well,
Where
it
am I
would-
getting numbers from?
no, where are you getting that the township will?
I wouldn't say that, because after last night, it all depends on the cost. So I mean,
Right.
what they want is at some point from you guys, like some sort of resolution saying you guys want this, and then at that point, moving forward, like, once we know the actual cost, then there's a match and all that kind of stuff. To acquire the land, and then after acquiring the land, then you'd have to get another grant for the seawall stuff.
So to get through today's meeting, we have to prove the,
That you guys support it.
so motion to
But that,
support
well, that's under,
acquisition?
that's under number 14, the park plan grant, that's further down.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Once you're not impinging on the other. If they want it, they want it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Basically, if you want it, you want it, and then bring it up if you guys all agree, or a majority of you agree, then it comes back to us.
So let's say we get it. So what are we doing with it?
Well, for the price that he was willing to sell it to us for, there has been, like, is the property worth that?
No.
There's nothing, no. I drove by it. Yeah, so I just think if you're just asking, would it be a great idea? Is that what we're voting on? In a
That's the
perfect, oh,
Yeah, that I don't know.
yeah.
Deanna, since you are our park manager, do you have any thoughts that you would like to please?
You're gonna have to go to the podium if you're
Oh,
gonna be.
okay. Sorry, I forgot.
I don't think so for, if it's for $250,000 is what he wanted to sell it to us for at the last meeting, so.
Okay.
I'm not somebody who, can value property, but I mean, that's a lot of money for a little piece of property, Would it be nice to have? Sure, but not for that kind of cost.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, what would you do, well, since I have you up on the podium, what would you do with it if we got it for you?
Well, obviously, we're trying to redo that whole park right now, upgrade everything, so we'd have to obviously extend the boardwalk, seawall, railings. But I mean, with the expense that you've,
I don't exactly mean what would you do to do all
To the property?
construction of it. What I mean is what would you do with it once you had it? How would you make our parks better?
Like, how would it be utilized?
Yeah, what
Is there
would
going
you-
to be a function for it?
Exactly.
If there's not going to be any function for it,
There isn't.
no more
That's what I'm
so
saying.
than what we're using
Right?
the
Okay.
original park for.
You'd
It's
be
you're just
increasing the
extending
footprint of the same
property.
park, is what
Right,
you're,
yeah.
really.
right, okay,
I mean, we could make a bigger play area,
right.
more tables, more fishing area, but you're just extending it. Really.
Actually, fishing on the side isn't really, did you see it? See the way it's located? The fishing would not be, that's where the boat slips are. It's kind of an odd place to fish.
Okay. So, thank you, Dawn, for all you've done and looked into, but it looks like, sadly,
It's okay.
this is not something that's going to benefit the parks, at least right now, unless we
let it
think of something else in the future.
Go on to the next.
Yes.
All right. Discussion of possible start to repair, replace playscape. I believe that someone has to say something here. But I really respect Deanna's opinion on all of this. And I think that it does need to be, I would love to see it pulled out and a new one put in.
Deanna, do you happen to know how much it costs to keep updating the wood versus remove that all and just put in things that are, steel? Things
The
like
whole
that.
thing needs to
Aluminum
be,
and
it needs to be
fiberglass.
removed and replaced.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's outlived its life expectancy.
Way outlived, right? Mm-hmm. Like 10 extra years.
We've
right?
maintained it really well, which is why it's held up so well over other communities, but it's ready to be replaced. At this point, we're not, for a long time, we were literally replacing parts and components to it, but the expense of those are so high that we're just now removing parts of it and not replacing them.
All right, so process for replacing it, taking it down. I don't really know what the next step would be.
Actually, I do. And
Yeah.
I want to take the lead on it,
Please do.
and I will. But I want to keep you involved in everything. So I want to be in contact with contractors. I want to speak to everyone that's involved. And I want to see if I can.
And Treese Hawkins would probably be a great person for you to reach out to for the city of St. Clair, because they just did theirs.
Give me everything you got, and I'll follow up on that. But I'm already in something else they already helped part of that. Pintura? Are you familiar with that name?
No,
'Cause they're
Pinterra
familiar
installed
with
the
yours.
new equipment that we have near the playscape, but I believe it was Leathers that did the initial
Okay.
kiddyscape 23 years ago or something.
Okay, so then Don's just going to follow up on this, and then maybe by next meeting, you will have more information for us, please? Okay.
A lot more information.
Okay, awesome, thank you. Next.
Next item. Lucas and disc golf course renaming. I think we've already covered that, right? Are we able to like vote this and make this happen right now, or no? Do we have to wait?
Can we just get the East China a little bit bigger, and then I'm okay with?
Would you agree to just make the East China a little bit bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
that's all I,
Can we all shake hands on that right now and get this done? Because it would be great
I
to
mean,
make one thing go right.
I don't know if, are we allowed to do that? Are we allowed to just,
Well, we have
without
couple of
sight
people.
unseen?
I would make a motion to accept the sign as it's presented to be installed and become the basis for the future signs for each hole, just as it stands right there.
Can you write that down?
Wait, she's writing, I'm not writing.
Oh. Thank God. I forgot what I need.
See, the changes, like I was telling you, we've had quite a few changes in this committee, and we're all
I
still
just
getting
want to
used
make this
to.
happen, okay?
Very much
As much as you do, so let's get it done.
So if somebody will second that, then we can vote on it and make it
I
happen.
shall second that.
God bless you.
Yes.
I still have reserves. I mean, I feel bad, I think this is where the discussion comes in. I feel
Do you mind
bad
if
you
I
guys
ask you a
having.
question?
Sure.
Will you ever go look at it?
I would like to go, yeah, I would like to go and play, and,
Have you ever been?
no, I
to
have
hold
not.
one?
But now that, we have this beautiful sign and everything, I'm going to,
I think
like,
you'd
I
be
checked out
happy
the,
No matter how it looks.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second.
I thought you already had a motion on a second.
That's what we do.
We do.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for a
Motion,
vote.
and I'm a second. We're just
so now
waiting
we
on a
just
vote.
now we just do a little bit of discussion.
I have to
If
ask
not,
one more question
and-
first. Why
and we
are
move
you
on.
apprehensive?
I don't know.
What
I mean,
is
I
it?
guess, sure, isn't everyone's, I think it's just the East China Township part, otherwise it's
Can
it's
I-
great.
okay.
I like I said before, it's great, it's a great sign.
Corner to side, how big do you think that is right there?
Pardon?
How long do you think that is? 2-3 feet?
Oh, I have no.
That probably
That's-
is the size of the sign,
The
right?
sign's 6x4.
Oh.
You're gonna see those letters.
Really quick, Cindy made an interesting point. What about making them all the same color? instead of increasing the size of it.
Oh, right, that's a good idea.
Whatever you
Or we
guys
can
want,
even
we're
do the
happy to.
East China Township in the dark blue, or, I mean, we can
And then
make
do
that
Mike in the
stand
light.
out.
If that's, yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Actually,
a big deal.
I think the same color is probably, whatever, I mean, is, but I think, yeah, then I'm okay with that, then, yes.
But the colors are part of a theme with the address on
Yeah.
the side and the information
Oh, I see.
on the right-hand side. So that's the reason why we got the two colors.
I see that.
So hold on,
So-
barring the colors, we can get this done today, right?
Sure.
I've made a proposal to
Yes, you
accept
yeah, so roll
the
call.
sign as it's being presented and it's been seconded.
Okay, so now we just need roll call. Do you want
That's
to
right.
name our names?
Yeah, I'd like to take roll call. So, Ron Miller,
Yes.
Evelyn Toso.
Yes.
I'm doing this by memory. Kizran Ali.
Yes.
and
John Grabsky.
John Gretzky.
And then you yourself, Don.
And Donald Wills. Sorry.
Are you yes?
I'm a
Yes.
yes.
Okay,
I think
Thank
it's
you
been
all very much.
approved.
thank you for your patience.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Yes.
It is a beautiful sign.
Yes, I do agree. Okay,
I'm gonna come play a game.
All in favor, none and I.
Oh, yeah,
Go to the
all in
next
All
one.
in favor.
oh yeah, aye,
That's-
okay.
Sorry, you good?
It's okay.
You wanna take this?
No.
Okay.
No, I
may-
Oh, yeah,
was gonna say, you guys can get out of here now. You've been dirty
yeah, of
enough.
course. Thank you, have a good night.
Thanks for putting up with us.
Yes.
As it seems, we will do it more.
Okay, financial support for possible match to St. Clair Endowment Fund grant. If anyone has anything on that, I would love to hear it.
Is that the what is that match for? Is that for the, like, for the, splash pad, or for
That's
the?
for, yeah, that's
no,
for any of our endowment grants, yes.
Don't we have to have those, like,
So I thought,
That's why
grants?
Cindy's here, actually.
Yeah, I
that's
thought
why
that
think
was the
Cindy-
She's gonna
5-year
help us
thing.
a little bit,
all right, you're up, Cindy.
but we're learning. It's-
You've all received a copy of the application, yes? Okay. What's the question, I guess?
How exactly do we approach these bigger grant
She does.
funding opportunities?
Already
No,
done.
no,
Yeah.
I mean, how do we give you the information that you need, because you're waiting for our
No, I
information?
don't need any information. This is done.
So you're already working on it?
This is done.
Yeah, yeah. It's already been applied for.
I don't know what to
so
For the
then,
river park.
so then what are,
Oh, I'm sorry that you don't know what the question is, but I was asking a simple question. It was just, where do we go from here? And if you already done all of it, then I guess we don't have to worry about that, do we?
It has been submitted, right.
Okay.
but
Let's
then
move
we
on.
are, so then we don't have to worry about the matching portion of it either?
That's in the paperwork
Right.
that you all received.
I was just trying to I wanted to know. Okay, next.
All right, we're gonna move on to a discussion of a possible splash pad in the main park. I've gotten a couple of numbers. It's just an idea, but I would like to keep it on there. It's on our 5-year plan, and I would like to know how to approach making that physical,
The possibility?
yes, thank you.
Well, I suppose you'd pull things that we need, maybe some pictures, stuff like that, show it to all of us, and we take a vote on
Like,
it.
yeah, and possible location for it,
Right,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
like,
But this is mostly Deanna. Like in the past, Deanna has come up with ideas and that's her department, basically.
I've
So not
actually-
really you don't have to worry about that.
I've actually approached all of those things. I'm fairly versed on the plumbing that needs to be done, the stainless steel that needs to be in place, the the people that are only qualified to be able to do that, and it's pricey.
So
It's
right now,
$300,000 price.
yeah, right now in the city of St. Clair, on the south end, Kletcha Park, where they used to play baseball all the time before the new facility was built on Fred Moore, Cargill Salt has just given the committee that's working on this through the city of St. Clair $300,000 towards the installation of a splash pad there.
But then you have to maintain it, and you have to do the sewage, the water has to run through there.
I know, I'm suggesting
Oh, okay.
that there's gonna be one that's that close.
That's,
So-
that's
that's
not
a
even
price-
5
that's-
miles away.
Where is that?
It's-
5 miles?
Less.
I mean, you're right in the south end of the city of St. Clair.
So I guess that doesn't need to be,
Well, we can put that in the back burner as well.
So,
So here's the thing, because now that we have the 5-year plan approved, it's on the 5th year. We would have to amend our 5-year plan to like factor it in. What I would suggest, I mean, it doesn't hurt to get the ideas and stuff like that, but I think if I'm saying it correctly, there's like, if we skip around, it's gonna like red flag, like when they look at our grants to do grants, they'll be like, these guys don't know what they're doing, they're skipping all over the place. So I mean, it doesn't hurt to like talk about it and get ideas and stuff, but unless we're gonna amend it, it's just it's not set in stone. I mean, it's something we can amend, but it's just, we gotta kinda stick with it.
are you talking about prioritization, or are you talking about not doing it at all?
No, just prioritization,
Okay.
like,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, what I can offer is, this is a great opportunity to watch how that part
Right.
proceeds
Mm-hmm.
and how it turns out. And this is a 3-year, they're on their 3rd year of planning for that right now. So it's nothing new to them. So if we start planning now, by the time 26, 27 applications come around, we'd be prepared for that.
Okay.
And you may choose not to do it. You know, by then you'll know.
When you say them, who are you
St.
referring
Clair.
the St. Clair,
Yeah.
the, Mr. Miller just,
Are you familiar with Kletcha Park, Don? Do you know what I mean when I say that? What,
Fletcher Park?
Kletcha Park?
No. Should I visit that place?
Maybe you and I could take a drive someday.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get in the
Because
way.
I know Treese Hawkins well, is also the contact person for the Playscape. So, I mean, I've known her for 30 years, and I can help you with the, the Playscape stuff too.
I certainly wish you would.
So,
Yeah, let's make that happen. Can we move on now?
yes.
Have we covered everything with that?
yep.
I'm sorry.
You're doing
No,
good.
no,
You're doing
that's
fine.
good.
Well, this one I'm stuck on it. You're not talking me out of it. I want a memorial bench for Fred Babel in one of our parks.
Okay.
And I want us, through our tiny funding, I want us to pay for it. And I would like to see us motion and vote that in.
do we have a standard bench already? Is there like
That's
are there existing benches that follow a certain model?
The
Not
township
that-
has a memorial bench program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hits about $1,500 when it's all said and done.
And I think we have that in our budget.
I want to see it happen, so that'd be the one thing I would like to see, so. We can just motion to vote that in and then push it over to the Board of Trustees, that'd be great.
Don, that's your baby, make a motion.
I'm motioning to vote that in,
Okay.
for the memorial of Fred Babel.
And where
I'll
would you like?
second that motion.
Yeah.
Can I ask a point of clarification? What exactly are you requesting?
I'm requesting that we put a memorial bench in one of our parks.
Oh, okay.
So do we have to, in that motion, do we have to designate which park, or we can just say, we don't have to specify?
Maybe we could let Deborah, his wife, pick that spot.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea.
I don't care, but
Yeah, that's a good idea. didn't
I
think
just
about that.
wanted it in, so.
I hear. So there will be a need for us to allocate the funding from somewhere. So if you can,
Something from our
Include that.
budget would be fine.
So this
You'll
is
have
my,
to share
this
that.
was my question
We're
last
interested.
time too, because If you remember, Mr. Miller, I was saying that, do we make a motion or like what line from the budget to come out of, funds to come out of? And I don't remember, I think it was Sandy who said that we didn't have to say, we can just say it comes out of our budget,
Well,
and we didn't have to make, like, specify what.
to just be clear, that's not in your budget. That's why I'm suggesting you're gonna have to tell us how to
So
fund this.
how do we get it in our
Oh, I
budget?
see.
Can you tell us
To take
that?
it from somewhere.
You have to take
You
it
have
from
your
somewhere
budget
else.
You have to
here.
take
We have to
somewhere else.
appropriate
Kind of poke
it
around.
from
So you have to
something.
take it out of golf, or take it out of playscape, or take it out somewhere.
All right, how about we be prepared to make that decision for
Oh,
our next
okay.
meeting?
Right.
That's a good idea. I'll see
Okay.
where the,
Yes, that's a good idea.
Is that, I printed it off, I'm sorry.
do you understand it?
I do.
Okay.
I think everybody's in support of it, we just need to figure out how to pay for it.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
Might I suggest that the motion be that you request to split the cost of it with the township?
Okay,
You find half and we'll find half.
okay, thank you.
All right, I would like to motion that we put a bench up for Fred Babel in his honor, where the PC pays for half of it and the township pays for the other half. Is that appropriate?
Yep.
Okay. Can I
I
get
think
anyone
we
to
second,
second
oh, I mean, Abby already seconded it. We all can just, aye.
that?
like
Well, it
roll
kind
call.
of changed a little bit, but,
Oh, okay,
so, can you second that?
I'll second that.
yes. And I support. We all support it.
All right, let's move on. Sorry, this is taking so long.
You're doing good.
Uh,
We're almost there.
We have a request from Cindy P. for an early park opening, main park restroom facilities, parking lot, open and ready for use, April 27, 2024, for community event Earth Day. I know this is kind of getting jumbled up, but, in park cleanup, new members, priority projects.
Oh, this is,
I know it's confused, but I would just say that I would like to motion that we let Cindy P. open the park early for Earth Day, park cleanup, and if weather permitting, the whole park. I understand she wants it open a little bit earlier, and I think that would be a good idea if the sun's shining and the weather's right. Why not?
okay, I support that. I second.
Take a vote.
All right, I'd like the motion to take a vote then.
Do you want to say our names?
Sounds like I already got a second.
Right here.
Oh, I have to take
Yeah,
roll
you gotta
call.
take, yeah.
Okay, well, so I'll do a roll call. Kizran Ali,
Yes.
Pam Kel, I'm sorry, Ron Miller,
Yes.
Evelyn Tolles,
Yes.
Donald Wills. Yes.
And John Graske.
Oh, I'm sorry, John Grasky is not
Yes.
on here.
Yes, he is, he's right there,
Oh.
right there.
Oh. I have so much to learn. All right, so has that gone through?
Yeah, he did.
Good. All right, and the next one.
Old business.
Oh, new members, John Gretzky. So sorry.
That's okay.
You're on the back of my list. Priority project for MDNR grants.
No, that was,
I'm supposed to ask that. Does anyone have anything towards priority projects, towards MDNR grants? Those are big ones, like your,
My locomotive?
yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's yours.
If no one has anything, we can just move on.
Okay.
Alright. Let's move on. Alright. Old business. Repairs to pickleball courts.
Hold on, I'm sorry. The bridge in the woods, that was added.
Oh, that was
Sorry,
added on to, yeah, we gotta take a vote on
Oh,
it.
yeah, need to I make a motion to approve the cleaning and resealing of the bridge in the woods.
The bridge.
The bridge
The
you were
one
talking
bridge.
One bridge or all of them?
Yeah, as part of a larger project.
So, okay.
about. And that's in your budget, so.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll second that. Need a roll call.
I'd like to take a roll call
There you go.
on the second.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure where on the agenda.
Well, it was added, but, so,
It should have been added in new business
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
after her
Sidebar.
report.
yeah. So, the,
So you're in the
There's-
middle of that motion, finish that, or is it done?
well.
No,
but-
it's
but-
not.
But I don't know if this has to do with,
It does.
never mind, sorry. My bad.
We just need to take a vote. Kids Ron,
You know we're on camera, right? Alright, let's get back to this.
Kids Ron needs to get back from the restroom.
Yeah, talk slow.
Alright, where were we?
Just call her
Okay,
last.
we're on old business. Am I correct?
We need to,
We need,
Oh, we
have a
need a
Roll
motion,
call.
roll
second,
call,
and
and
we
she's
have to
gotta come
vote.
back for that.
well, you can do all of us and then.
Alright, I'd like to roll everyone else before Kizron gets back.
Okay.
Ron Miller,
Yes.
Evelyn Toza.
It's just tolls. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Let me show you his name.
Yeah, I'm still working on that. Yeah, give it
Look
to
at
me.
his name.
John Grabsky.
Yes.
Thank God.
Don Wills.
Here. Yes, Don.
So we're holding this vote up for
For-
one more commissioner. That's Richley's fault. So Kizran, we're on a roll call
Oh,
For a vote.
sorry.
for, yeah.
It's okay.
For the staining and refinishing of the wood bridge.
Okay.
We've all said yes.
Okay,
Remember, we
I'll-
had to move it, once Deanna told us about it, we moved it into new business to make roll call, and we are waiting for your response.
Thank you, yes.
All right.
Passes.
It passes. We're
That
good.
vote passes, okay.
On old business.
Now, I would love to move on to old business. Letter A starts with pickleball courts repairs. Does anyone have any numbers on that? Do you have any idea what that might cost?
I thought it was quite minimal, like, you know, like,
It's substantive.
I know when we had the last repairs done, it was like $6,500 for crack repair. So,
But the
Then
repairs,
that leaves everything the way it is, right?
that's
Did
just
you get any
crack
numbers
repair.
about pulling it up and just putting it back down again?
I think that's what we'll have to look at, is a full replacement.
Can you?
But I feel like if we're going to replace it, we should expand on it as well. Because it is highly used.
Was that part of our year plan? I mean,
That's what we're looking
I
at right
think,
now.
I do believe it's in there. I think I do think I,
oh, it's year 2.
Do you
It
remember
is
which
one
year it
in one
was?
of her plans, because I saw it.
Pardon?
she said twos.
Oh, two?
Year
Okay.
2, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be relocation, it would just be expansion, so if we
Well, it would
start,
be full relocation if we're expanding,
oh,
because there's no place to expand where it is.
But I'm not really picturing expansion, I'm more picturing R&R. Pull it up, put it back down again.
Yeah. Except that the scope of the use
Yeah.
is big.
Real big.
Yeah.
Those courts
They're-
are always full?
Yes. But the thing is, they all come pretty much at the same time. We have like the younger group and kids with parents come, obviously, in the evenings. And then we have more of a senior group in the early mornings, like they're waiting to come into the park when we open. But all courts are used, and then we did an overlay hybrid courts over the basketball court, so they'll put up 3 temporary nets and play on that side. But there's not enough room for them to do full swings because the courts are not the right size on the basketball side, so.
All right, so what would the process be for, getting those numbers? Do we work with an engineer that, through the township, that has the ability to?
Because drainage needs to be taken into consideration and, based
Is that why
for
it failed to begin with? Is that?
Yes, I mean, I couldn't tell you how old those courts are, but there was no drain tile of any sort installed, so there's a lot of standing water under there. If you look in the tubes that the posts go in, I mean, they're full up to the top with water. Years ago, I had DPW install some drainage tile around there to try to, get it out, but they're old courts. This was more a trial to see if people were actually going to play.
And how many years ago was that?
Gosh, do you have that on our project sheet? I don't know.
Seems like it worked out.
It's been a long time,
Seems like it worked out.
yeah.
Pickleball's being
It's
taught in every
huge.
phys ed class from kindergarten through 12th grade right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like any game that you do not have to be in the kitchen.
So I would like to approach that as that.
So what's our possible
That's what it's
location
called.
for it?
Might I suggest, because this is a year 2 project, it's a 2025 project.
Right.
It's a great opportunity to start doing the work and engage the pickleball players to help fundraise.
All right, thank you, Cindy.
They want it, they'll help.
Okay.
Just my suggestion.
So then invite them to our next meeting and see.
No,
if-
we're not there yet.
No.
Oh,
You come up with a plan,
okay.
cost it, and then part of that funding could be community engagement.
Sounds good.
I would like to be involved in the costing.
Okay.
I guess we can move on from there. Next letter on old business, primary focus for next year's projects, potential costs associated with them. Please read the 5-year plan on website for projects. I'm sorry, I should have went through this agenda a little more closely, but, let's just push right past that, please, and move on to repairs to soccer garage were authorized. Can we,
So that's already done, right?
so
Yep.
it's-
So that's just an
So-
informational thing, no action required?
all right, we're gonna move on to number 14, 'cause I'm sorry, I'm learning this agenda as I'm reading it. It's, we're supposed to discuss our power plan grant for, natural resources. I think it has something to do with the, mulch over there, right?
Has to do with the acquisition of land by River Park, which we've
Well,
already,
actually, we already went through
we
all
already
that.
said we're not
didn't we?
gonna do that.
Do you wanna do that again?
I
No,
don't.
no, because it wasn't needed. Alan has something he'd like to say, Don.
Done. So, we,
Did you skip 13?
yeah.
did.
We'll do it, can we do it under 14 or no?
No, those are 2
Let's stick at
completely
13,
separate.
please.
I'm sorry?
Let's stay at 13.
Okay, so you're at 13.
Recreational grounds.
Okay.
So, they wanted to bring up what, the river, was it I'm sorry, which.
That's number 14. All right,
I'm
let's, can I just step in for a second? I know this is a little bit messed up, but, let's go to the Natural Resources Fund grant that may help with the acquisition of the land of the river park.
I thought you had voted that down.
We already.
I thought we already
addressed
went through it, but it's on my,
So you've skipped 13. 13 would be, are we applying for any National Resource Trust Fund or Land and Water Conservation grants this year? Deadline is April 1st. River Park project has been submitted in part to the foundation for an endowment grant that would only cover phase 1, which you've all seen. We won't have that information or a determination until April 15th. You can see the problem with the funding in the cycle. Do we push through and try to get all this in front of, or prepared to submit to the state grants? I don't believe there's enough time.
for the property acquisition? Is that
No,
what
for the
we-
state grants.
Oh,
Here,
I'm
it's
sorry.
in front of you. This is, would be phase 1, 2, and 3. What has been presented to, for the endowment grant is phase 1, just the parking lot and the walkways. If we get the funding from the St. Clair Endowment, this is what could be done this year.
This is the river park, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
We have the match between the balance of the Bell River funding that was granted last year by the township from operational that was not used, about $30,000. And we have put aside about the same to match that.
So will that cover it?
This is a $100,000 project,
Will that cover it?
No, it's 60.
just this portion.
Yeah.
So you have 1A and 1B, is it gonna cover 1B as well, or no?
Well, that's the meeting I'm going to have on the 15th. We have
Yeah.
to see what they're looking for to explain the phasing to them and how this all falls together. So this is what would be in front of them on the 15th when we discuss. And this is what we would propose to happen in fiscal year 2024. Now, if you're going further onto the recreational, all the good stuff goes up. But that is phase 2 and 3, and that brings the project up to over $350,000. In order to qualify at all for any grants, we would have to have 50% of that money.
But each of these phases can function independently, correct?
They could.
And be
And the
granted?
idea was if we were working with the Community Foundation Endowment Fund, that would be a 2 to 3 year project, possibly 3 to 4, depending on how their funding cycles go. If we were able to do all the phases at once, it would be a much more attractive project for the state grants.
And then the state grants, that's the meeting at April 15th, correct?
Right.
Okay.
So the other thought is to try with the foundation to get through phase 1A and B this year and push hard with the phase 2 and 3 for 2025 application.
Okay.
And the idea is to have it really well thought out, get some community engagement, do some public input surveys about this particular location and what they'd like to see there so it actually makes sense to apply for it. Most of these projects are 2 to 3 years, once from the concept to the project scope, budgeting, and application. So we've kind of just pulled this together since November, December. So we knew it was a fast track. The idea was to try and at least get in front of the foundation for the first part of it.
All right, so does this require action from the board?
No, unless you think that we should come up with a match to $350,000 by April 1st.
Well, I don't think this,
No.
not this year.
I don't.
Right.
So moving on.
So I just wanted to make sure I presented it so everyone understands.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And when I come back from the meeting with the foundation committee, we'll find out more information.
Okay. Thank you, Cindy.
Thanks for your hard work. I guess now. Are there any other items for the commission?
So number 14, are you gonna suggest that we apply for a power plan grant? You have in the past. Deadline is March 15th.
I thought we already did apply for that park plan grant.
You haven't submitted anything to me. No, we have not.
So what are we submitting to?
Is it usually wood
Like
chips or
ideas?
something like that?
Well, so these are the risk reduction grants. In the past, I believe you've done
Like mulch?
the mulch wood chips. So
You didn't get that?
I have not gotten anything to submit, no.
So then for that, we should just make a motion, right?
I don't know if that's the direction you want to go. It's available for multiple projects, ideas, but this is usually the go-to. If there's some other ideas,
How long do we have?
March 15th.
March 15th.
So kind of need to do it at this meeting.
And it happens every year.
Right, right.
So if you don't have a project ready or an idea,
But we always need mulch and we all, right?
Like $3,800 that we use in mulch every year. So I guess we would do that, but I thought you already had that information. I could have sworn I saw an email to your office for that.
no, I've just reached out to remind.
It was just something
Commission.
suggesting that we use mulch, again, underneath the playscape. And that's basically where we've always spent that power plan grant, I guess. I'm fairly new to this, so forgive me.
Right.
But I did read it. And
Yes,
that is what it said.
It did go around. I reminded everyone of the deadline. I believe someone did mention that this is how it had been used in the past, but that doesn't give me direction.
So what do you need from us right now?
I don't know if you
direct
want to submit an application and what that would be for.
We would
Just
love to
basic-
submit it.
Yes.
We'd like it for mulch.
Yes, please. So I'll make
Okay.
a motion for our township manager to please submit up the park plan
that? Say it again.
grant for the use of mulch for the parks, please.
So the PAR plan grant is for anything safety related?
Yes, risk reduction.
So could that be applied to the repairs on the pickleball court?
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Let's add that in as well.
It's gonna have to be one or the other. I think the max is $5,000 that you
Right.
can request, so that would be 5,000 towards the pickleball court, and then any additional would be funded by,
I'm sorry.
Park.
I would just suggest that we just stick with the mulch this year.
But isn't the mulch cheaper?
It's like $3,800.
Yeah, but I mean,
Right, well, if you have 5,000, why be satisfied with, like.
30,
you-
yeah.
But if
You-
you're
So
gonna,
then might as well get the pickleball, use the funding,
it's
the
not
grant
gonna
money for the
fund it.
pickleball.
But it won't fund it, so we're gonna have to figure out the money from somewhere else. So I would just love to see it just. The kids are gonna need the mulch underneath their playscape again this year.
That's gonna be torn down.
Yeah, that's what I was just
Eventually.
thinking.
Eventually, but not yet. And then until then they need something to follow.
But, so here's my question, the more we ask for, the more we get, right? So, no, well, they have these, Deanna said maximum 5,000. So if we ask for the repairs for that, it's not gonna be as much. Because then the leftover amount is 6,800. We're going to do the mulch anyways, regardless. Right.
Cindy, I'm sorry, I keep pushing you into
No.
this, but, if we go for whatever it costs us mulch, I think it's like $3,200 or $3,800 a year. Can we go for the full grant and use the rest of the money somewhere else?
They're gonna want you to apply it to a project, generally.
the last time we did, we used all 5,000 towards mulch, because we never had mulch at the Pavilion 3 playground. We boxed that in, mulched the kiddie-scape, mulched the new play area that we have, and Manor Park. So actually, that did not cover all of the cost of the mulch.
I
So in
think if you
your-
got a $5,000 cap and it has to be for a dedicated program and you've already got a use that hits that dollar mark, I mean, to me, that's just logic. The
Just go
connection,
with
the
that.
connection's there.
Yes, can we please just, yes.
With the mulch?
Logical
With the
way
mulch.
Okay.
Yes, please. Thanks, Ron. Did we cover 14 now?
Wait, so the motion was made, someone needs to second it.
I would like the motion
Okay.
that Park Plan Natural Resources Grant goes towards mulch in our main park. Can I get a second on that?
I'll second it.
Roll call.
We'll do roll call. Ron Miller,
Yes.
Evelyn Toast,
Yes.
Kizran Ali.
Yes.
You're gonna kill me. John Grabsky
Yes.
Done?
and Don Wills. Yes.
Okay. Any other items? Any other items for the commission? Otherwise, we're going to do- I'm saying any other items for the commission? Otherwise, we're
Oh,
gonna
that's
do
what I
it.
was. Do we have any other items for the commission?
No. Anyone?
Anyone?
I'm good.
Then I'd like to move to adjourn this meeting at 8:24.
Yes.
Awesome.
Good job, John.
There were a few.